Christmas, New Year to all our viewers at home. We appreciate you for your support last year, and we kindly look for your support this year also. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening from everywhere you are watching us from. Today we are solving questions on Surds on what we've solved in our last class last year. So we want to solve questions on Surds to round up the topic. So I want to simplify the following question: 1 over root 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 over 2 root 3. Another question which says root 3 over root 8 minus root 6 all squared. We want to express 3 root 2 minus root 3 over 2 root 3 minus root 2 in the form of root n over root n. And also we want to simplify 5 over root 7 minus root 3 plus 1 over root 7 plus 3, leaving our answer in Surds form. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's engage the channel. If there's any topic you want us to solve with you or to treat, you can drop them in the comment section. Let's dive into the class properly. Solution. The first question. We want to simplify 1 over root 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 over 2 root 3. Want to solve this now. The first for us to solve is we want to rationalize those that have denominator of Surds. Now let's go. We have 1 over root 3. We multiply this by root 3 over root 3. We are rationalizing this root 3 to remove the Surds from the denominator, plus 2 root 3 minus 2 over 2 root 3 times 2 root 3 over 2 root 3. Are we still together? Now by moving out this, now we have 1 times root 3 will give us root 3 over root 3 times root 3 will give us 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 times 2 will give us 4 root 3 over 2 times 2 again will give us 4 times root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Recall we said root a times root a will give us what? A. So from there we have root 3 over 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 4 root 3 over 12. We can say 4 cancel 4 to make it easier. So we have over 3. Root 3 over 3 minus root 3 over 3 will cancel each other. So we are left with 2 root 3. Let's go again on the question. We have 1 over root 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 over 2 root 3. The first thing for us to do is rationalize. We rationalize this root 3 and this 2 root 3 to eliminate the Surds from the denominator. So we have 1 over root 3 times root 3 over root 3 plus 2 root 3. There is no denominator here. Then minus 2 over 2 root 3 times 2 root 3 over 2 root 3 to rationalize this denominator. Now let's simplify. 1 times root 3 will give us root 3. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 times 2 will give us 4 root 3. 2 times 2 also give us 4 times root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. And I said we should recall that root a times root a will give us what? A. From there we have root 3 over 3 plus 2 root 3 minus this 4 we cancel this 4. So we are left with root 3 over 3. Now root 3 over 3 is positive here. And we have minus root 3 over 3. So this we cancel each other and we are left with 2 root 3. With that, we come to the solution of question 1. Now let's move to question 2. For question 2, we have root 3 over root 8 minus root 6 all squared. This can be written when we have a squared, it means a times a. So I'm going to split this into 2. Write it into 2. So we have root 3 over root 8 minus root 6, root 3 over root 8 minus root 6. Writing it in 2 places. Now we can now expand by opening our bracket. So we have root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Over root 8 times root 8 will give us 8. Minus root 8 times root 6 will give us root 48. Minus root 6 times root 8 will give us root 48. Minus times minus will give us plus. Root 6 times root 6 will give us 6. So let's proceed. We have 3 over 8 plus 6 will give us 14. Minus 2 root 48. To make it more easier, we can express this root 48. We can simplify it further by having 16 times 3. You know, when we are simplifying, we say we must have one perfect square in our simplification. So since we have root 48, 16 times 3, 16 is a perfect square and 3 is an ordinary number. So we have 3 over 14 minus 2, 16 times 3. So from there, we move further to 3 over 14 minus 2, square root of 16. We can split it and say root 16 root 3. So we have 3 over 14 minus 2 times root 16 will give us 4. Then root 3. So we have 3 over 14 minus 2 times 4 will give us 8 root 3. We can't stop here. We have to go further because we are still having a surd in our denominator. So we are going to go through rationalizing using the conjugate. So we have 3 over 14 minus 8 root 3 times 14 plus 8 root 3 over 14 plus 8 root 3. The conjugate of 14 minus 8 root 3 is 14 plus 8 root 3. So now let's open the brackets. From there, let's multiply. 3 times 14, that will give us 42. Plus 3 times 8 will give us 24 root 3 over 14 times 14. That will give us 196. Minus times plus will give us minus. 8 times 8 will give us 64 times root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So now, writing our final answer, we are going to be having 42 plus 24 root 3 over 196 minus 64 times 3. 196 minus 64 times 3 will give us 3 times 4 will give us 12. Keep 1. 3 times 6 will give us 18 plus 1, 19. So finally, we have 42 plus 24 root 3 over 196 minus 192 will give us 4. Let's go again. We have root 3 over root 8 minus root 6 all squared. Square means in two places. So we have it in two places. So we multiply by opening the bracket. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3 over root 8 times root 8 will give us 8 minus root 8 times root 6 will give us root 48 minus root 8 times root 6 again will give us root 48. Then minus times minus is plus. Root 6 times root 6 will give us 6. So now we have 3. 8 plus 6 will give us 14. Minus 48 minus 48 will give us minus 2 root 48. So from there we simplify this 48 such that one of the number is a perfect square. So we have 16 times 3. So from there we have 3 over 14 minus 2 root 16 times root 3. So we have 3 over 14 minus 2. Root 16 will give us 4 times root 3. So we have 3 over 14 minus 2 times 4 will give us 8 root 3. So we have 3 over, so we are trying to remove this surd from the denominator. That is why we are trying to rationalize using conjugate of 14 minus root 8 root 6. And the conjugate is 14 plus 8 root 6. We multiply both the numerator and denominator together. So we have 3 times 14 to give us 42 plus 3 times 8 to give us root 3. 14 times 14 will give us 196. Minus times plus will give us minus. 8 times 8, 64. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So from there we have 42 plus 24 root 3 over 196 minus 64 times 3 will give us 192. So let me write the complete answer here to make it more clearer. So we have 42 plus 24 root 3 over 196 minus 192 will give us 4. Now if you look at the question very well, 4 can divide 42. Can it? No. So something is common there, that's 2. 2 here, we factorize 2 out, we have 21. Plus 2 in this, we have 24. Or better still, let's do it this way. 42 over 4 plus 24 over 4 root 3. So that will give us 4 in 42. That will give us 21 over 2 plus 24 in 4. 4 in 24. That will give us 6 root 3. And this is our final answer to the question. That's our final answer to the question. We'll try splitting it into 2. We have 42 over 4 plus 24 over 4 root 3. 2 in 42 is 21. 2 in 4 is 2. 24. 4 can divide 24 easily. We have 6 root 3. Now I want to dive into the third question now. Into the third question, we have, okay, the number 3 question, we have 3 root 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 3 minus root 2. The first for us to do is to rationalize. So we have 3 root 2 minus root 3 over 2 root 3 minus root 2 multiplied by 2 root 3 plus root 2 over 2 root 3 plus root 2. Now let's multiply. 3 times 2, that will give us 6. Root 2 times root 3 will give us root 6. 3 times plus 1 will give us plus 3. Root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. Minus root 3 times 2 root 3 will give us minus 2 times 3. Minus times plus is minus. Root 3 times root 2 is root 6 over 2 times 2, which is 4. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. Minus times plus minus. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So we have 6 root 6 plus 3 times 2 is 6. Minus 2 times 3 is 6. Minus root 6 over 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2. So minus 6 plus 6 is gone. So we have 6 root 6 minus root 6, that will give us 5 root 6 over 12 minus 2, that will give us 10. Now we can now divide 5 here 1, 5 here 2. So we have root 6 over 2 as our final answer. Root 6 over 2. Number 4 question. Before I go to number 4 question, let's come again. 3 root 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 3 minus root 2. We find the conjugate of the rationalization. So we have 2 root 3 plus root 2, 2 root 3 plus root 3. So simplifying 3 times 2 will give us 6. Root 2 times root 3 root 6. 3 times 3 root 2 times 2 will give us 3 times 2. Minus root 3 times 2 root 3 will give us 2 times 3. Minus times plus minus root 3 times root 2. Root 6. In the denominator, we have 2 times 2, which is 4. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. Minus times plus is minus. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So we have 6 root 6 plus 6. That's 3 times 2, which is 6. Minus 2 times 3 is 6. Minus root 6 over 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2. 6 root 6 minus root 6 will give us 5 root 6. Plus 6 minus 6 is gone, give us 0. So we have 5 root 6 for the numerator. 12 minus 2 will give us 10. 5 can divide 10, that will give us root 6 over 2. Then the last question, number 4. We have 5 over root 7 minus root 3 plus 1 over root 7 plus root 3. We can solve this in two ways. Either we'll find the LCM first, or we rationalize each part and now solve by adding. But let's take the LCM of this, which is going to have root 7 minus root 3, root 7 plus root 3 in another bracket. Root 7, we cancel this part, we cancel this part, and we are left with this. We multiply this now with this 5, so we give us 5 root 7 plus root 3 plus this one. Now we cancel this, we go in this, we are left with this times 1, so 1 root 7 minus root 3. 5 times root 7, 5 root 7 plus 5 times root 3, 5 root 3 plus 1 times root 7, root 7 plus times minus is minus 1 times root 3, root 3. Then the denominator, now let's open the bracket. Since they're like conjugate to each other, this is minus, this is plus, so we can solve directly. Root 7 times root 7 will give us 7. Minus times plus is minus. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. So from there we have 5 root 7 plus root 7 will give us 6 root 7. 5 root 3 minus root 3 will give us 4 root 3 over 7 minus 3, that will give us 4. So let's split it into 2. Let's split into 2. We have 6 root 7 divided by 4 plus 4 root 3 divided by 4. So here we have 2 here 2, 2 here 3. 3 root 7 over 2 plus 4 cancel 4 root 3. And that is our final answer. We've come to the end of today's class, but let me go through number 4 again for better understanding. So we find the LCM, which is root 7 minus root 3, root 7 plus root 3. Root 7 minus 3 will go in this, and we are left with root 7 plus 3. Multiply it by 5, that gives us 5 root 7 plus root 3. Plus root 7 minus plus root 3 also go in root 7 plus 3. We are left with root 7 minus 3. That will give us 1 times root 7 minus 3. Opening the bracket, we have 5 root 7 plus 5 times root 3 will give us 5 root 3 plus 1 times root 7 will give us root 7 plus times minus is minus. 1 times root 3 is root 3 divided by root 7 times root 7 is 7. The minus times plus is minus. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. We are doing that because they are conjugate to each other. So 5 root 7 plus root 7 will give us 6 root 7, and 5 root 3 minus root 3 will give us 4 root 3. 7 minus 3 will give us 4. So by splitting, we have 6 root 7 over 4 plus 4 root 3 over 4. 2 here 2, 2 here 3. That will give us 3 root 7 over 2 plus 4 cancel 4. So we have root 3. So we've come to the end of today's class. We've solved more questions on Surds to round up the topic Surds. So kindly like, share, comment in our YouTube channel. See you guys in our next class.